The widespread integration of AI in the workplace may be one of our most efficient mistakes yet. Greetings, Honorable Judicator. My name is James Ethan Wijaya, a student from SMA Sinchong, here today to express the view that this House regrets the massive involvement of AI in the professional workspace. Now, to frame this motion in a more understandable way, here we are given examples that the involvement of AI discussed in the motion more pertains to recruitment, decision-making, and management. Massive involvement by itself, the definition is to be integrated heavily into. And what is it integrated heavily into? The professional workspace, which is a place where people work in an environment that adheres to the law. So now that we understand the motion, which in simpler terms is this House regrets the widespread integration of AI in the workspace, I would like to first address something. Obviously, as the facts state, and I cannot deny, AI has improved some measures of business, mainly repetitive tasks. AI makes these more efficient, them's just the facts. However, I still believe and regret the widespread integration of AI in the workspace because of the numerous downsides which outweigh the benefits. Some of these downsides includes stealing jobs. Of course, you will hear this argument repeated by everyone everywhere because it's true. AI steals jobs from people by replacing them because it is more efficient, more cost-effective, less likely to make mistakes, and makes the business sound more modern. The estimation by Goldman Sachs puts the number of jobs lost to AI by 2030 around 300 million, which is an absolutely mind-boggling number because that is 300 million people out of a job and potentially even more people who rely on the income from these 300 million people in poverty, starvation, and disease. Now, besides the estimation, we also have cold hard data from a study from the University of Stanford, which shows that there was a 16% decline in employment among US workers aged 22 to 25 in AI-exposed roles because they were replaced by the AI. 22 to 25 are what we consider to be young people. If young people right now are being replaced by AI, then what hope do we have for the future job market? AI algorithms also perpetuate bias in the workspace because of faulty training data. AI is mostly an algorithm, right? It relies on the data it receives. And if the data it receives is corrupted or faulty or biased, which it most often is because the data is collected by humans which are biased, then the AI will also become biased. An example of this, a very famous one, is Amazon's recruiting AI, which favored males over females. In fact, the bias was so bad that it penalized resumes that mentioned they graduated from women-only colleges. Now, this is a very clear-cut example of AI's bias, and if we trust AI to make more decisions in the workplace, more management decisions, more recruiting decisions, then we can be certain that this trend of bias will only be exacerbated by AI. And indeed, all of the progress to equality that we have striven towards as a society over the past few decades may be completely undone. Finally, in regards to business, I want to discuss something that is very central to AI, which AI requires to function, that is a large database, which makes it susceptible to cybersecurity breaches. An example of this would be McDonald's Olivia AI hiring breach, where users guess the password for the AI and access the personal data of millions of McDonald's employees. But beyond the business applications, AI has also impacted the world's climate with the training of GPT-3 for uses in offices, emitting 502 metric tons of carbon dioxide, and the training of GPT-4 for the same purpose, using about 50 gigawatt hours during training, which is as much as a big city like San Francisco consumes in 3 days. In fact, the IEA estimates that the global data center energy usage could double by 2030 as a result of AI's usage. So overall, AI has not been as helpful towards businesses as the proponents of this technology thought it would be. Between its negative impacts to the globe, society, and business, it's safe to say that the regretting of the widespread integration of AI in the business is a well-informed opinion. Thank you.